The views, thoughts, and expressions of the show are purely satire and do not reflect the host's employer or any associated parties pertaining to the hosts. This is a joke of a show. Do not take this show serious. We are idiots.
NFA is the podcast of the day. Got a cowboy and a witch and two nerds that don't play. They're talking about things that make your mind afraid. No censor, they're here to slay. They ride through the airwaves, kicking up dust, covering topics that others might cuss. Get ready for all opinions, no fuss. Cowboy, witch, and nerds, you better trust.
My God, it's another episode of the NFA Network. I'm Zaga.
And I'm Nick. I didn't know you were Clark Kent.
Right? It was so good. You know what? I'm getting older. As you can see, the gray's getting more prominent in the beard. Dude, I have grays in my mustache now. I don't like this.
Are you part skunk?
Part skunk? No. But with my old age, I'm forced to wear glasses now because I legitimately can't see anything.
Okay, but how do we know those? But how do we know those are real?
Because I can't see. Yeah, because I'm driving with them, and I need to drive with them.
Okay,
or
but like you
injured.
haven't seen people driving with glasses just like that.
I wouldn't buy a pair of fake pear glasses. These are the pear ones, the ones with the magnets in them. They have the blue filter also.
I don't know. I feel like you're just trying to be a hipster without saying that you're a hipster.
I am a hipster, but I can make a hipster.
Insert macaroni sounds.
Insert macaroni sounds. Man, but I'm tired of being old, aren't you? Like, I feel like my body. Like, you want to see something funny right now? I went out to my friend's house before we were recording this episode, and on my leg, I have an ankle brace and I have a calf brace on because I've been in a walking boot for the last 3 fucking weeks.
I thought that was an ankle monitor.
I have a torn Achilles. Well, not a full torn Achilles. I have a minor tear in my Achilles.
I thought that was an ankle monitor, and I was going to ask you what the fuck just happened. Thought you were on house arrest.
You know what? It would probably be the best thing that could happen to me if I found myself on house arrest. I'd probably be internet famous by this point.
You know how many home projects you would have done?
None. I would probably film at least 2 or 3 movies. Some solo, some not.
Is that an OnlyFans joke? Because that's exactly what I picked up.
Could be.
It could be.
It could be. I could be a one-man show. Listen, Joey did it in Friends. I could do it. I could pull it off. I'm Italian. I'm from New York. I'm short. Makes sense. He was also a very failed actor. He was.
You can be.
I, too, can be a failed actor.
You, too, can be
a failed actor.
I believe in
myself. I believe in myself. It truly can happen. It's part of the thing. But this episode... We're the nostalgia boys. That's what I've figured. We're not the fanboys. We're the nostalgia boys.
Nostalgic right? Nick.
Nostalgic Nick.
Nick Nostalgia.
That's a good one.
Nick Nostalgia.
Nostalgic Nick rolls off the tongue.
I see a TikTok.
And I'm throwback. And I'm throwback Tony.
Hey, who's your buddy over there? Hey, that's throwback Tony.
That's throwback Tony over there, and that's nostalgia Nick. You don't talk to him. You'll get lost in a conversation for hours. But yes, so this week we're going to be going over, I think we're going to touch mainly on movies. I know we talk about movies a lot, and we've definitely done this type of episode before, but we're switching it up a little bit. I'm not even going to lie to you. We're trying out Chat GPT.
Because AI is the future.
It is. And speaking of the future, we're tired of the future, so we're going to go back in time this episode.
You know what sound you need
when to the future.
You know what sound you need when you say that we're going to go to the future?
What?
You need that SpongeBob one of Squidward. Future.
Wasn't that the magic conch?
No. That was.
I thought that was the episode with the magic conch.
The magic conch. Not. Wait. Say it. Magic what?
The magic conch. Conch?
One more time.
Conch.
No. Magic conch.
C-O-N-C-H.
No, it's conch. Go watch the
They don't call
episode.
it the conch. It's not called the Conch Republic. It's called the Conch Republic.
No, it is called the Magic Conch. The Magic Conch
And they are-
shell. Conch.
Yes, and
Conch shell.
yes, it is not pronounced conch. It's pronounced conch.
No,
That
it is
what it's
pronounced. They even said it in the episode. It was pronounced conch shell.
And they
conch
pronounced
shell.
it. They pronunciated it wrong because that is not the
no,
correct
you're
way.
wrong. SpongeBob's not wrong. You're wrong, and you're an asshole.
You know, it's funny because I searched conch and then it said pronunciation. Ah, here it is.
Conch.
Oh,
Oh,
let's see. Here's the other one.
Conch.
So it's both. If you look at the camera,
I don't
it's
care
both.
what the camera says. No, I don't.
It
no.
says it
You
says it.
heard it right the
It says
first
it.
time. You heard it right to begin with on the SpongeBob episode.
So,
Accept your
according-
defeat and just roll.
According
with
to
it.
dictionary, the Cambridge Dictionary, it
Suck
is
my
pronounced.
dictionary.
Oh, conch.
Oh, look.
Okay, so that's the UK pronunciation, and I don't realize you were un-American over here. Okay, fucking red
No,
coat.
I stick to our fan base, which is over in the UK. So fuck off.
You fucking red coat.
I'll kill you.
Listen, I love y'all. All our fans from the UK, I love y'all, but y'all lost the war in 1776 and again in 1810. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and let go of
I'm
my
saying.
homeland too. By the way,
2-0, baby.
let go of Northern Ireland. You hear me, UK? Let them go.
Yeah. I mean, does anybody care about Ireland?
Okay, fuck. Listen, I'll burn.
I love,
Italy to the fucking ground.
I love y'all from Ireland. All y'all who listen from Ireland, but does the world care about Ireland? Listen, this last November here, we just had, season 47 of America. Okay. Reality show was top notch this year. Twist ending, nobody saw it coming.
I don't know.
A lot of people saw it. Clearly, a lot of the people in the world saw it coming. But who the fuck knows? I don't care. I don't care about politics. I hate them all. But
We
it's a
don't bring
reality.
those up here.
All of politics and all of anything that goes on in the world is just reality TV for the world.
We've said it before, and we'll say it again. Politics are just an ongoing SNL sketch that is just completely played out.
Yeah. At this point, I just hate politics. Listen, we're just going to do this again in 4 years, and then we're going to bitch about it all over again. Whoever runs, we're just going to complain. We're just going to be mad about the people that are running. It's all going to be the same shit. To be honest with you, my sign in my front of my house said, presidents are temporary, Wu-Tang is forever. And it's true. It's true. Wu-Tang is forever. Now, to the start of our episode here, do you remember, back in the day, everything now we stream, right? You have to stream everything. And my buddy just moved in. He just bought a new house a couple weeks ago. And he was talking about he didn't have internet yet. So luckily he had DVDs. And I'm like, damn. I have a ton of DVDs downstairs, but
I sold
to
all
find a device that can play a disc,
it's far and few.
I don't
in
have
between.
it. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Does your laptop have a disc player? Most of them don't anymore.
Actually, you know what? I don't even know if my current laptop does. That's a good
what I'm
question.
saying.
I didn't know that. I didn't.
So I remember the days you just had VHS fucking players
or
everywhere.
what is it? What is it? Was it Beta?
Betamax.
Betamax. That's what it was.
Betamax. Then they had the DVD and VHS, 2-in-1s. Those were nice.
Hey, that's
when
when
everyone was still transitioning.
Yeah, that if you had a VHS/DVD player that like the combo, you knew that you were like one of the top tier social classes. You
That's
knew
what I'm
that
saying,
you had made it.
You went to their friend's house yo, you rich, son. Y'all got DVDs? I can't even get one. One of my fondest memories, and I remember this when I was a kid, is one of the few times that I had a good time in New York. But I remember Blade had just come out to rent, and I remember I had seen it in theaters, and we were going to rent it to watch it again because for those youngins, we don't have a lot of young listeners, but for any of the young listeners, back in the day, once a movie was in theaters and it came out, we had to wait 8 to 9 months to see that fucking movie again. It wasn't on streaming a month later or while still in theaters.
That's true. I'd actually forgot about that because it was
Hell,
like a great surprise. Like you would go grocery shopping with your parents because you were always forced to go, and then you go off to the electronics section, and you would see
and
these like the new releases and stuff like that. And you remember like how you just said we'd seen it 8-9 months ago, almost a year, and it's now you can own it. And mind you,
well, yeah, because you would get the Blockbuster magazine, like you'd get the Blockbuster magazine sent to your house, like it was a flyer. It was a Blockbuster flyer, like it came in with like all your grocery store flyers and shit. Well, at least for us it was, and like it would have like new release this week, and then you would get excited and then go there that Friday night.
Oh no! See, we just showed up, and my parents always gave us the deal. Depending on how good our grades were, they said you could get one movie and one game, or two games and or I don't know. There was some kind of deal. It just kind of differed. If you had bad grades, you got to pick either a game or a movie. No candy though.
That's the worst. But like, yeah. So like, I remember this when I was a kid. Like Blade had just come out, and like my mom went to take me to go see it, or to go get it. And I remember she got green food coloring and put it in like my juice or some shit. And it made me the serum that was in the movie that he would have to take so he didn't turn into a vampire.
Was it green?
It was green. Confirmed green. Oh yeah.
I'm not doubting you. I just don't remember.
Yeah. So I just remember that happening. Dude, low key, because we were looking at popcorn. We were grocery shopping today. We were looking at popcorn. Do you remember Blockbuster popcorn?
It was the foldable. It was the foldable ones, right?
And it was all dark. It was all blue with the Blockbuster right across.
It had the logo on there.
Yep.
Yeah, there was.
That was the best. There was crank in that. There had to have been like some kind of fucking drugs in that, dude. That was one of the best fucking popcorns I've ever had. And it was dope too, because remember, like, we couldn't even get like movie candy unless you went to Blockbuster. Like, it's not like you went to Five Below like today and everything's available. Like, you can just go you can get your Raisinets, your Bunch of Crunch, your fucking whatever the hell it was. You had to go to the movie theater or go to Blockbuster to get those.
I don't know. We went to Dollar General and we just loaded up our pockets.
Yeah, but you were getting like regular size candy bars. I'm talking about like something about the movie theater experience. Like, and it sucks because streaming ruined that today. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you went to go get that videotape, like you were like, it was a family affair. Like, you watched that movie on Friday or Saturday night with your family. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, not like now, like, oh shit, this came out on streaming, and then you forget about it for 6 months and you add it to your list, and then you go, oh shit, we never watched this.
Yeah, and it sits in your list for like like you said, for like 2 or 3 months, and you've already forgotten about it because it's like every day something new is new coming out on like the streaming services that we have now. But Blockbuster, you had about 7 days to watch, if that.
Yeah, you got to be kind of rewinded too.
Unless it was a DVD, then.
Dude, and the DVDs were great. Remember when fucking Netflix was, you had to, like, the first time Netflix came out? Like, you mailed that shit came in the mail. It was so dope. You had the little sleeve with the little print on it with the movie. And sometimes you get a disc that was too scratched and ruined your night.
That's because after Netflix went to the streaming, you remember how Netflix used to be, like you just said. Redbox started doing the same thing with their machines, but now they're obsolete. But like I would sometimes get movies from Redbox.
Redbox is out of business now.
Yeah, but Redbox, I'd get that movie, and I would put the movie in, disc scratched all to shit. I and I shit you not, I got a Redbox movie, and I thought I got the right one. I get to my house, someone who had the movie before me swapped out the disc for something else, and I had a whole different movie.
So I have definitely gone to the extent of ordering a movie I had on Netflix, or ordering a movie I already had from Netflix, swapping out my damaged movie and replacing it with a good disc.
What an asshole.
Do you put it past me?
Not like, really.
You know me for what, 4 years now? Like 3 years? Yeah, 4 years now. 3 years?
It might be going on 4.
It was 4 years because I was in my apartment when I started.
I think it's 3.5. So we're just going to go ahead and round it. But yeah, no, it It's definitely up there because I moved to OKC in 2020.
Because I didn't start my podcast till I was in the house.
Right, and I didn't start mine until I forget when I started mine, but it was when I moved up to Oklahoma City in 2020. It was roughly after I moved up here. So yeah, it's about 3.5, 4 years.
Damn. Yo, time is flying and it's not fun. This is not a good time.
No, it's all downhill from here.
Don't recommend. I don't recommend this. If you were younger than 34 years old, just stop aging now. Just do it.
Oh damn! I'm already at that. I hit the limit because I'm 34 now.
Yeah, we're beat, bro. We're done.
Yeah, but we look better than we look better than the younger people out there because they're more stressed.
Dude, what? Yeah, why these Gen Zers look like way older than us?
They look,
dude. I don't look like I'm like I don't look like I'm going towards 40 right now.
No, neither do I. I still look like I'm in my maybe mid to the late 20s, which I'm not mad about. But people I've seen that are younger than me.
Asians never die, by the way. Great brand. But yeah, no, I mean, I moisturize like a motherfucker. Like in my old age, I started taking care of my skin and my body. Well,
we started.
The reason why I'm bald, bro. It's the skin. It's a lot of skin there. A lot of skin.
It's got a foreskin on your forehead.
Dude, there's so much. There's so it's so silky smooth right now too. So all I want to do is just rub my head. This episode's going to be a great one. It's been a long time. And for those of you who don't know this, all of our episodes are out of order. So this is actually the first episode that we recorded for season 4. And this is what we're getting here. So we're shaking off some dust.
If that's the case, I just want to put a disclaimer. Recording this, I'm 33. I'll be 34 in the next few weeks. So right now I'm 33. But when you hear this episode, I'll be 34. So it's almost like it's like Back to the Future, man. We're going where we're going. We don't need roads.
Yeah. So this is like one of those time capsule things. We're just 2 months behind. But with that being said, talking about that time with Blockbuster and like the early Netflix and Redbox, Hollywood Video, dude.
Who would be the goated out of Blockbuster and Hollywood Video?
Blockbuster all day, bro.
Really?
It was iconic.
I'm not saying it wasn't iconic, but like, I don't know.
They had better movies. They had the better setup. Hollywood Movie was just a rip-off version of it, and they just tried to spruce it up with better signage.
And then we got Family Video, which was a disgrace to every single one of them.
I don't think I ever went to a Family Video. Can't say I ever had.
And okay, so what's weird about Family Video is that what's weird to me. It's Family Video. The name alone should be, you think it's family oriented, meaning like Blockbuster and Hollywood Video, correct? It's very family friendly, yeah. Why did Family Video have a porn section?
Didn't Blockbuster have a porn? No, Blockbuster didn't.
No, neither did Hollywood Video.
Super corporate. Oh, you're talking about like a local like movie rental spot.
No, Family Video is a franchise.
I never heard of this.
Family Video? They had like a back room, and not like the website Backroom, but it was like how they do in movies with the bead. They had a door like with beads or whatever, and like I said, 18 cannot enter unless 18 or older.
I've never been to one. I've never seen one.
Oh shit!
What were some like to you? What were some of like the best movies from back then?
Okay, well, how far back are we going?
Well, like
we're old, so like you have to give me
8. When we were like 8 to when we were like 13, like our formidable ages, like not our formidable. Wow, our trying to use big words.
Big words
sucked. When we're learning, when we're like impressionable, that's the word I'm looking for. During a very impressionable age, where we watch lots of movies, dude. I know you're just like me. We lived in front of that TV screen.
Boy.
Like, I know we did.
Yeah, I mean, we played outside a lot, but yeah, other than that, like we were stuck to that TV, like glued to the fact that we didn't have like
cool video games like that back then for real. Like that shit didn't come out till like 2000. Well, like 2002, when we started getting like, Need for Speed and shit like that, we played video games, but it wasn't like our lives. It wasn't our lives yet. Like, think about it. Like, when you were like 13, 14, that's when like Xbox Live became a thing.
Well, I never had it. I didn't have Xbox Live until I was like in my 30s.
Wow.
Like late 20s, early.
Oh, I meant like online gaming back then.
I didn't do online gaming. I played PlayStation 2, GameCube, stuff like that. I didn't have online experiences. Like, I did have we had dial up and I'd get on the internet, but that's a tale for another day. But
dial up, oh my god, forgot about dial up. Shit took forever, and the fucking noises it would make. Oh god, the headache.
Phone call coming through.
No, don't pick up the phone. Yeah, I remember those. Or when I was calling somebody and my mom was on the internet. Oh man, you get yelled at so quickly. But we'll talk about the internet a different day, because that's music all day long. Yeah. We'll talk about LimeWire and all that shit. But what were some movies that like they were like that you had to rent them? Like, they were some of the best movies that you had to rent.
Let's see. So if we're talking from my age, from 8 to 13, that's 98 to 2003. I don't know. So that was a very like when the degenerative age kind of started, in my opinion. So
American Pie is one of them. Like, that was one of the movies I had to rent.
Mine was Scary Movie.
Scary Movie.
The very first one.
Ellie watched that for the first time not too long ago.
No shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, she grew up in a cult.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The Amish don't have good movies.
Yeah, Christians don't watch stuff like that.
They watch Passion of the Christ.
True. Nah, they watch Prince of Egypt.
The dope movie.
Dope movie, though.
Dope movie. Don't.
But like, I'm trying to think of like, what were some, like, like everyone talks about all the movies that come out now, right? Like, oh, this is the best movie of the year. This one grossed this much money, whatever. And it's always usually some bullshit. Like, remember like Dunkirk and Barbie. Now we have Wicked and Gladiator. And it's always this big fucking deal with movies. Like, what were some of the best, like, amazing movies from back then for you?
I don't know. Like, you and I have gone over, and so like being like movie buffs, or not even really movie buffs, movie fans, if you will. I don't know. I had more than one, but I mean, I had 300 was a really good one.
300, that's a low key one. People forget about that movie.
Oh, and I mean, you do have to I have to pay homage to Fast and Furious, the OG Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I guess that would be one. What's one I put on my fucking? We were actually prepared today, guys. We took notes. We know what we're talking about. All right, so on my list here, one of the first ones I have, and I've said this time and time again, my favorite movie of all time. Do you remember what it is, Nick?
Armageddon.
He didn't know, so we don't know each other's list, by the way. We did prepare, but we don't know each other's list. So these are first times we're hearing these things. So Armageddon is one of my favorite movie of all time, and that has to be up there. Like, that's one of the best movies. It was, to me, Bruce Willis's best movie of all time.
It was
iconic.
I'm
putting it over Die Hard. Yes. I'm not gonna lie, dude. The fucking Notebook. For years and years and years. Because that came out, what, 2006, 2007-ish? Something like that?
I don't know. I don't like The Notebook.
And listen, I only watched it because it got me to go on dates with girls. And if I talked about The Notebook, they loved me. So this is one of the first clues that I should have been a salesman, right? Know your clientele base. Am I wrong?
I mean,
back then, if you could quote The Notebook, back then, every girl loved you.
I don't know. I feel like there were other movies, but I mean,
we're gonna get into some other movies too. I got some good ones here, but other ones that are up that made my list. I'm definitely going The Prestige. That was Hugh Jackman and Bateman, or not Bateman. What's his name? Oh my God, he played Batman.
Oh,
Bale.
Not Christopher Nolan.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, yeah.
Christopher Nolan made the movie. Yes. But Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman, where they were the magicians.
Very. I mean, those are
right. Like we forgot about that movie. It's a great movie. What other ones you got? Do you have any other ones that were like they were just amazing movies for their time that I feel like they went a little underappreciated?
Actually, here, whoa, fuck me. Was
that an invitation to the fans, ladies? Oh wait, no. Nick's wifed up now.
That's a tale for. I mean, yes, but that's also
we've already covered this in episode 1 because this is episode 2, so they already know all about this. And when we do, again, we haven't done episode 1 yet for episode 2, but when we do episode 1, we're going to cover all that.
Yeah. One that I never thought I'd see a sequel to. But Gladiator, great fucking movie. And by the way, can we talk about, I mean, the movie's going to be out by the time that this episode comes out, and I can't wait to see it. The Popcorn Bucket looks
dope. Not yet. Comes out next week, I think. Or the end of the month, the 24th? Something like that. I think it's Black Friday. It's the same day that Wicked comes out.
Well, Black Friday will be on the 29th of this year.
So I think it's a week, maybe a week before. I don't know. That doesn't math. The math isn't mathing for me.
Either way.
But whatever the case is, I think it's the week before, the 22nd. That's what it was.
Okay.
But can we talk about how our boy, to me, the greatest actor of our generation, Denzel Washington, did not even try to sound like he's from the ancient Rome.
He sounded like he's straight out of Training Day still.
Some dude from Harlem, Brooklyn, in Rome, just chilling, just doing his thing. I can't knock it. Like, it's gonna be great, but the story sounds great. Like it's the gladiator's son, right? Or
yeah,
descendant of him of some sort.
Something like that. Did you hear about that? I guess some people are saying, like, because it's who's directing the movie? Is it Ridley Scott?
Yeah,
Ridley Scott got. Yeah, well, someone grilled him and they said, you don't know shit about Rome in the Colosseums and Gladiators, because there's no way that a stadium like that would hold water. And then they didn't even know what sharks were. How are you going to put sharks and fill it with water? They didn't know what fucking sharks were. You'd have to go look back on his comment. I
thought they did flood it with water.
I'm not saying they didn't, but somebody had told Ridley Scott that that's not what they did back in the day. And that they said that the people in Rome didn't know what sharks were, which I call total bullshit. Being that close to the water, you don't know what a shark is.
Yeah, they definitely knew. I'm pretty sure. I know they brought in a bunch of wild animals, but I think they did do small ships battled each other in the fucking thing.
We'll never know because they didn't have streaming back then.
If only they had, Netflix that I can order it from. Now, with that being said, it could very well be a movie that's so bad that it's good. Like, it very well could be. Because we've seen a number of movies like that before.
True.
Like, where they're just so bad, but we just thoroughly enjoy them.
Even if, they're a little bad, they're still enjoyable.
Like, even if they're really bad, they're still enjoyable. Like, there's a few movies that we're going to talk about here that I think you're going to agree with. Like, watching it, it's like the acting's not good, the camera work's not good, like the music choice was probably the saving grace of this whole movie. But the subject matter is this is not okay, that this film should not have been made.
Something that has a lot of plot holes.
One of the first ones I'm going to talk about is Sorority Boys.
I don't know. I think that was gold.
Again,
I think that movie was gold.
I love the movie, but I watched it just recently. I rented it. I think it was $4 on fucking
Amazon.
What's it called? On Amazon. So I rented it because Ellie's never seen it. And watching this, I'm sitting there, I'm like, this could never come out today. This could never happen. Could you imagine if a bunch of grown college men
dressed up as women,
dressed in drag, and snuck into a sorority house
and lived there
for months? On a college campus, nonetheless. Do you know how quickly the motherfucker's getting canceled?
Not only that, they're getting canceled, they're getting prosecuted, and
that's what I'm saying. Like that is like that thing. That is, you're fucked. Your world's over. Like that's not happening. But the movie was so funny. It was so bad. It was so funny. What other movies would you say were so bad but they were good?
I'm not going to necessarily say it was good. I actually have two, but I'll go with the lesser one that was actually better. The only reason I don't like it is it was the story. Some of the stuff didn't make. There was a lot of plot holes, and then they left with a big cliffhanger at the end that just I absolutely hated. But that was Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason. That was kind of a good movie, though.
I don't know. Yes,
it was.
No.
It was kind of a good movie.
I hated it because just
it had moments.
It again, yeah, it had its moments, but like to me, it was just I don't know. But the one I will say, the one that I probably should have led with, and I know you probably have yours, but the other one was Seed of Chucky.
You stuck with the horror on this. Most horror movies are notoriously known to be bad, but good. So I like the safe pick. But Seed of Chucky, yeah, that little puppet was so bad. But I watched it multiple times.
I did
no
too.
Point where it was so terrible.
I think that movie it's like the whole Child's Play franchise ran out of ideas, and so they tried to do, which Child's Play had the comedy shtick every now and again, or they started to imply it more and more as the movies went on. But when Bride of Chucky had probably the most comedic, and then it just kind of downgraded after that with Seed of Chucky.
It just became pure comedy. It was not a slasher anymore.
No, I mean it was no. It was still a slasher, just comedic slasher.
Which I feel like. Have you seen the Terrifier franchise?
Yes, I'm actually caught up to date.
So you seen 3?
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil that one for me. But I've watched 1 and 2. But it's so funny, like it's low, like it's so like it's one of those movies where you're just like, oh god. But his mannerisms are hysterical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he doesn't speak. That's the
best part.
But like you said, the mannerisms, because like I before we had seen the third one, I made my girlfriend, I told her, I was like, before we go see the third one, I need you to watch 1 and 2 to see if you would even want to watch the third one. I'm just going to say before, cause I'm not going to give any spoilers at all because I'm not that type of person, but I will put it this way. 2 examples. It takes a lot for me to be caught off guard. There was a scene in that movie that my jaw legitimately dropped. I didn't know that they could do that. And 2, after we watched that movie, I was getting a haircut the next morning, and my girlfriend texted me, and she said, I think I don't want to see, as of right now, the 4th installment whenever it comes out. She's like, I think I'm good from now on.
I'm good.
Because she asked me what it was, like what the whole Terrifier franchise was, and I tried to explain it, and I told her. And so she's like, oh, so it's kind of like
nothing
Saw.
You've ever seen before.
Well, she thought it was going to be like Saw. I said,
Nope.
maybe like a smidge of in there. And then after we watched the first and second one, she was like, okay. She's like, that is worse than Saw. And can we put on SpongeBob or like some other like TV show to desensitize at the moment?
I need something wholesome.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
I watched the first one, and I was like, I told Ellie, I'm like, I don't think you can handle it, because she has a fear of clowns already. Like, she's so afraid of clowns.
I didn't know
so that. Right off the bat, we're not off to a good start. And after I watched that first one, I was like, I don't think she can handle it. I watched the second one, and I was like, you definitely cannot handle this clown. This is the craziest clown I've ever seen. This is the clown that people... Like, remember back in 2015, 2016 when there's a random clowns?
Oh, yeah. They were just standing at, like, random locations.
This is what you feared. Beyond your wildest dreams. If you've never seen Terrifier, the clowns that would randomly show up, this is what you feared to your core. What could happen. Like, the most wildest shit I've never thought of in a horror movie. I saw in those movies, and I love every second of it. I think he's revolutionary. I think he's changed the game for horror, because it shows that you could have. It brings me back to the Michael Myers, right? You gave the best elements of each horror icon, in my opinion. You have the brutality of Jason, because Jason was very brutal. You have the mind games of Freddy, because he definitely played mind games.
Okay.
Because how many times would he just show up? Like he would, right?
Oh, we're talking about art.
Art, yeah, I'm talking about art.
I thought you were talking. Okay, I thought you were talking about Michael Myers. I was like, hey, he didn't really play mind games.
Yeah, no. He plays the silent role, like the silent killer. That he doesn't have to say anything. And terrifying. Plays the mind games like Freddy. He gives the brutality of Jason. Like, and then the supernatural aspect of Pinhead.
Legitimately. Well, I mean, supernatural aspect because of Michael Myers and Pinhead, because Michael Myers was a whole demonic entity. So,
kind of, but he's just pure rage and evil. Not necessarily. He's just pure evil. It's not necessarily he has a demon or needs to be possessed, but he just embodies evil. I mean, I like. Okay, so I like the storyline. Because obviously they have the two timelines of Michael Myers. I like the timeline that's current with Jamie Lee Curtis all the way through.
There's 4
timelines.
Yeah.
Well, there's. I mean, the two main timelines. There's 2 main timelines I know about. There's because it goes Halloween 1, Halloween 2, then Halloween the Witches, whatever. Then you have Season of the Witch. Then you have Halloween Resurrection or Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection. Then you have Halloween 1. Then you have Halloween 2. That was like 2017 that came out. And then Halloween Kills. Then Halloween Ends. So I like the Halloween Ends timeline.
That one.
That one's more evil. And it matches very similarly to Rob Zombie's, where he's just evil.
Mm-hmm.
But back to our original topic here, because we lost track. Because these are good movies, and I don't care about good movies. I want to know the bad movies that are good. And I'm saying it, and I'm putting it out there. I fucking love Twilight. I love it.
All right. I love it. Everybody, thank you guys for tuning into this episode. We're done. I fucking hate Twilight. It's the stupidest
really?
movie.
Why gotta talk shit? Why gotta talk shit about Copper like that? Copper's a member of this podcast, and we do not speak that poorly of Edward Cullen, okay? He's going to get so mad that we're roasting him when he's not present and he can't defend himself.
I fucking hate Twilight.
I have been trolling his TikTok pages and calling him Edward Cullen time and again. I just don't understand why you hate Twilight, though. Like, it's so good.
No, it's god awful. The way it was shot, the music.
It's a cinematic masterpiece.
No, no. The dead eyes, the ripping of the head. Everything fucking sucks about the movie.
But he sparkles.
No, that's not the skin of a killer, Bella. It's the skin of a bullshit movie.
He imprinted on a fetus.
Oh, so he's a predator.
It's so bad. But like, I watched it so many times. Like, it's not like I to be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie, I never seen the final movie of it. I never saw the final one. I read the books. I read all the books and I enjoyed the books a great deal.
What a nerd.
Hey, listen, it's a repercussion of 9/11. Okay? You know this. It's the only reason we have My Chemical Romance.
I'll give you that one.
And My Chemical Romance sparked Twilight. And Twilight sparked 50 Shades of Grey. Do you not know that chain link story?
No.
So because the events of 9/11, it really saddened, what's the lead singer of My Chemical Romance? What's his name again? Gerard Way. Gerard Way started writing songs, came out with My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance inspired Stephanie Meyer to write Twilight because she liked the emo-ness of My Chemical Romance. A huge fan of Twilight started writing fan fiction of Twilight. Sexual fan fiction, nonetheless. Which then, because it expanded so much, it became its own thing, which then became 50 Shades of Grey.
So 50 Shades of Grey crawled so Book Talk could run.
Yes. Well, no. I was going to make a terrible joke, and I'm not going to do that. We're going to move on to the next one that I have on my list here. I'll tell you off air. I can't say that on there. That was probably the worst joke I could have made. Euro Trip is another movie I have on my list.
That's a great movie.
But if you watch it, it's really bad. It's not a good movie. It was saved by some key comedic points and great soundtrack.
I don't know. Scotty didn't know, though.
That's what I'm saying. Great soundtrack. I can't deny that the soundtrack of that movie was phenomenal.
Matt Damon was the best cameo I have ever seen in that movie.
Matt Damon.
South Park.
Not South Park, but close. Not South Park. Not South Park. Not Family Guy, but it's not South Park.
No.
You were close. You were close, but it's not South Park.
Team America.
Team
World
America,
Police,
World Police. Yes.
which was by the creators of South Park.
Trey Parker, Matt Stone. I know.
Exactly. So, in a sense, yes, it was South Park.
I said close, but
by
not.
proxy.
Because
By
it's
proxy.
not. It's not. But it's not.
By proxy.
That's like saying basketball, South Park. It's not even close. Basketball is completely.
That movie was bad, but good.
That one I completely forgot existed until we just started talking here. I told you these would come up. Movie. When I gave you the topic, I told you these would come up as we just talked about it.
Hey, I know you. When you give me the topic, I'm just gonna fucking take it.
But Euro Trip was really not a good movie, dude. Like if you watch it again, like the actors, Michelle Trashworth was. It's like it's my study guide when I go study abroad one day. When I go backpacking through Europe, I at least know where to go.
Yeah, I'm going to Ireland.
Bratislava is going to be the place where I get a 5-star hotel
for like $2.
Like we got $2.36. What is that? How far is that going to get us in Bratislava? They're eating lobster. They have robes on.
None of which is true.
Oh, God, absolutely not. In the Philippines, yes. In the Philippines, for sure. Because Philippines, it is poor. Oh, he's thirsty back there?
Yeah, he's a little thirsty. Head pool's a little thirsty.
Head pool's a little thirsty. Nice. There is one that I feel like my argument, it wasn't to say this is a good movie, but I really cannot back it up and say that it's a good movie. But The New Guy with DJ Quails.
Again, I loved it.
I loved it too, but it's not a good movie. Like you watch it and like his acting wasn't that great. The story wasn't that great. There was plot holes throughout the whole thing.
I don't know. I think the story was great. I think maybe not great, but I think the story was good.
Like I feel like this could have been a TikTok series.
No.
It could have easily been a TikTok series.
Okay, so hold on. If you don't think
I love Eliza Dushku. Don't get it twisted. Like that was the key. Trust me, no. Part of the whole movie.
She was good in Bring It On as well. Keep that in mind.
Bring It On, yes.
Yeah, but just to backpack real quick, I want to backtrack and backpack off of Euro Trip. Euro Trip to me seemed like it was a spinoff from Road Trip with Tom Green and Sean William Scott, DJ Qualls, and because it was almost maybe
Road
not
Trip, yeah.
It was all. Yeah, it was almost the same concept, but that movie I thought it was funny and it was great. But if you want to say The New Guy had plot holes and it was just not good acting, you have to bring up Jake Gyllenhaal. Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy.
You want?
Oh my God. I love that movie.
You want $500?
$500. It's so bad.
It was.
Like, it's not even like nobody just put like that bubble didn't pop at all. Like at all.
Yeah. Well, and see, the thing is because you know that was a remake. Well, you know that was a remake from the John Travolta Bubble Boy, right?
That was a remake. Somebody remade the movie.
Yeah, John Travolta was the original Bubble Boy back in like the 70s.
Why would you remake it? Because that really wasn't a good movie. Well, I love it. It's hysterical.
The original one was more dramatic, more for the most part, but same story and stuff like that. But the one with Jake Gyllenhaal was just for strictly comedic purposes only. It was a different spin. I think they did well doing it that way. I think that's how it should have been from like in the 70s, but comedy wasn't that great back in the 70s.
No.
So
no, it was not. They made good serious movies, but comedies were very racist.
Yeah, very.
Very. I will never forgive David Carradine for playing an Asian man.
Don't know who that is.
He went like full like buck teeth and. Oh no, that was Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke played an Asian man and won an Academy Award for it. Real talk.
Wasn't Mickey Rourke in The Expendables?
He was.
Yeah,
he was also in Iron Man 2.
He was Whiplash.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
Now the thing is, looking at these movies that like we were just talking about Euro Trip, Road Trip, The New Guy. How would these guys even like American Pie too? Like how would these guys fathom in 2024? Like these movies came out in 2024. How would these movies go down?
I see Euro Trip getting canceled.
Well, no, like if you had to film Euro Trip today.
Oh, today.
Using the same premise. So like, if that same scenarios happen, like if the same scenarios happened, I don't think like it pans out. Scotty Doesn't Know is now viral. Like, right? Like that, like somebody would have recorded that. Like that is a TikTok sound. There's people doing Scotty Doesn't Know dances. And there's a high probability he like doesn't go to Europe, right? Like he would probably like, you know, like I wouldn't you? The whole world knows your girl got fucked on your birthday.
I don't know. He might do some kind of revenge kind of shit.
Like I don't know. Like Michelle Trashburn too. Like she would have been not with that crew of people.
No, because the best friend, what was this, Cooper? Yeah, no, she would have not been with that group.
Right, in American Pie, imagine live streaming some girl getting undressed.
Without her consent.
Right?
Your address will be leaked online. You will be ousted.
You're getting swatted.
Yeah.
You're getting swatted.
You're getting no-knock rated.
Oh, hell yeah. You're done.
And then the Me
like,
Too
these
movement.
Things can't happen.
The Me Too movement got you.
You're done with that. In Road Trip, like I sent a letter I sent a tape to my girlfriend. You're fucked. Now that's sending a Snapchat now. Now the movie's over. Like, what are you gonna do? Now you have to drive to her place and get into her phone and delete the Snapchat.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Like that's the whole premise of the movie. That's the whole premise of the movie now.
Yeah, you sent your girlfriend, or soon to be ex-girlfriend, a video of you. No, it was his girlfriend. He sent a video of him banging this other girl. Not only would he get, she probably would have ousted him.
Right?
To be honest with you, she probably would have leaked his stuff, and then she would have been the one in trouble for leaking his stuff without his consent.
Guys, let me tell you about the date I was just on. Like, right on TikTok.
Part 1.
Follow for more. Right? Like, there's gonna be like, this guy I just hooked up with found out he has a girlfriend and filmed me on Snapchat and sent it to her. Because that girl's on tape now too.
He didn't record it. She recorded it. She took the camera and she recorded him. But he had no idea.
So now he has a court case.
He has an alibi.
That's what I'm saying. He has a court case. You're ready to go. I didn't know. I didn't agree to this. I didn't sign anything.
But he did send the tape, but he thought it was his own tape.
See, we would get this on TikTok and court TV.
Move over Menendez brothers.
That's what I'm saying. I would, you know what I would like? What are some movies or TV shows from that era that you would love to see come, like those characters exactly as they are today?
Like modernized or just as is?
Like my example right now is The Office. Could you imagine Dwight during the election or Michael during the election? Imagine Meredith. Like
I see like, Meredith. I see Meredith.
Toby bugging out.
Yeah, I can see Toby bugging out.
There's a Netflix documentary on the Scranton Strangler, and he's been interviewed for it because of the success of the show.
Michael is doing TikTok. He's trying to go viral on TikTok. He's doing the dances, the trends, and stuff like that, trying to go viral. Dwight's recording it for him.
Dwight's running for president.
Mayor. Or governor.
But he's gonna run for mayor of Scranton.
Yep.
And he's gonna mimic exactly Donald Trump. He would be a Trump person. Ryan would 100% just back whoever's winning in the polls.
Yeah, he would flip back and forth.
Like, could you imagine that entire that episode? Could you imagine the Harambe episode with Michael?
That would be gold.
Damn. Oh, they killed him. He's just panicking. Or imagine Andy. Andy would be the funniest one when it came to the elections.
He's the one. He would be pressuring everyone to vote. Telling them that their vote matters and stuff like that. That they.
Yep.
He's hosting a poll. No, Dwight would hold a polling station. Andy would be canvassing areas, trying to get people to vote.
Yep.
And then there's
Andy would be running for mayor against Dwight.
Yes. And then there's just Jim, who's just trying to get by. I don't think.
Yeah, I think Jim would probably. He would just be. He would be trying to focus on sports, and I think Jim couldn't be involved in this. Jim and Pam wouldn't be involved in it. Keep it like, 'cause as much as I love Jim, but like Jim needs to just show up and just sabotage Dwight's. Like, he just comes up with fake news stories and sends it to Dwight like he's a newspaper. I did not collude with the Russians. It was the Germans.
I can see that.
Like that would be an entire episode. Now, granted, it would never happen because we can't do that. But like, imagine the new guy, right? Even the new guy in today's world. Because remember at the end of the movie, they find out that it's the same kid. It's Dizzy from this
Dizzy
school.
Harrelson.
Yeah, who stapled tits to his chest.
Broke dick.
Like, even though they had video back then, it would be way more viral. And people would actually love him because he's such a humble person, right?
Maybe not. Well, yeah, I guess he would be a humble person, but
That's how the internet does, right? Like, we go after the bully, and then we love the guy that's humble.
That, or I mean, his stuff goes viral, and there's always that. At least in today's world, unfortunately, bullying when that kind of stuff happens, there's usually a darker tone that follows.
True.
So I mean, that can go either way.
Yo, could you imagine the Matrix like today? I mean, I didn't see the most recent Matrix because I don't know if they implemented like smartphones and webcams and all this shit, but
they didn't. It was pretty much this. It's still a simulation.
Like, imagine how fucked they would be nowadays. Remember, how did they get back to the Matrix? Do you remember? They picked up a landline.
Yeah, we don't have landlines anymore.
A payphone. They picked up all. You ain't getting back to your cell phone.
No. No. There were cell phones. They had like the flip phones. Remember, because Trinity went through a cell phone.
No, it had to be a landline. It was always, remember
I saw them.
Remember in the first one when they got sucked through the fucking payphone and then the phone dropped?
One,
and then they always had to run into a building and find a phone that was ringing off the hook.
Yeah, but I think they had cell phones too. It was those flip ones like the Motorola's and stuff like that.
I don't know.
I remember.
I don't know. And what would you think Neo would say about AI now? Oh my God, imagine Anchorman today.
Oh, that would be funny.
That would be funny. Give me Ron Burgundy discussing the 2024 election. Give me Ron Burgundy talking about TikTok. Give me Ron Burgundy talking about all of it. I need it all.
Ron Burgundy's got his own TikTok account.
Let me talk to him. I want to hear him. I want to hear his thoughts on Diddy.
That would be funny. That somehow, some way, Ron Burgundy's name has ended up on Diddy's party list.
I never touch baby oil.
No.
I can't even think of like Rick would be like, I was there.
Yeah, exactly. He's holding.
Oh my, Chip would be the same way. You're like, oh yeah, it was the best party.
And who's Paul Rudd's character? I never can remember, but I just feel like he would have actually been at the party more than likely.
Yes,
1,000%.
He would be the one. He would be the one that he's the one person that got a Diddy party canceled because he brought Sex Panther.
Yeah.
He's the only person to ever get kicked out of a Diddy party. That would be his story. Because he brought Sex Panther.
And he brags about the restraining order that Diddy gave him.
Oh my God, dude. These movies would be great today. Some of these would be, there's some though that we couldn't like redo. Like think about Back to the Future.
Don't touch it.
But like imagine if it came out today. How would it, because remember, they went back from 1985 to 1955. That's 30 years. That means in 2025, they would go back to 1995.
That'd be pretty cool to see. Just please don't do it.
Right? I really don't want to see that.
I think it's not going to be touched.
I really hope so. Like, there's some movies you don't touch. Like, don't touch The Godfather. Don't touch Scarface. Don't touch Back to the Future. Ace Ventura. Don't touch it. Oh my God! Could you imagine? You imagine Ace Ventura today with TikTok?
That would be gold,
right? Like, think about that one. Like that one, real thought running through your brain. Could you imagine Ace Ventura now, with the way the NFL is, with the way that people are with animals? He would probably hate PETA just on principle.
So I honestly see Ace Ventura just doing what like the Catch a Predator people are doing. He's wearing like a chest strap with a video camera, and he's just running up on people that are abusing animals, that have kidnapped them, and shit like that, and just.
No, he's gonna be hired. This movie needs to come out now. It takes place in 2017, and he's trying to find the real killer of Harambe. That's their plot line right there. There's only one man for the job. Find the zookeeper that killed Harambe.
Why haven't we gotten a movie about anything like that? Have you noticed that?
I don't know. I feel like we've gotten a live action Lion King, and we're getting a live action Lilo and Stitch and a live action Moana before a movie about Harambe. At least a comedy. Like, what if Back to the Future? Check this out. What if Back to the Future is they jump back to them and they stop Harambe's death, and that sets off a chain reaction throughout the world. It's a ripple
effect. It's like the butterfly effect all over again.
It's the Harambe effect.
The Harambe effect.
What if we made that spoof movie? We'll get to writing. We'll have ChatGPT help us with that one, and then we'll send it off to Hollywood, and we'll see what we can get.
Copper will be the gorilla.
No, Copper needs to be Ace Ventura. Like Ace Ventura's nephew.
I'm trying to think of a name.
I
immediately went to cards. I immediately went to cards because there's Ace Ventura. We can call him Spade.
What else would you use for Ventura?
Spade Ventura.
I would say Deuce Ventura.
Deuce Ventura.
I mean, because, and he was named after. Oh, maybe not. But I was say named after Jason Tatum's son. Right? Like, it's a popular name. Deuce is not that far fetched.
No.
Copper, we're gonna get back to you on that one. We got some work to do. You gotta get your Ace Ventura on. You gotta get the hair.
I mean,
you gotta get the head bob when he walks.
His hair's close. The mannerisms wouldn't be hard for him to do, but
imagine Ace Ventura meeting Copper.
See, now that's a skit because you can have him just record bits as both of them, and then you just combine them all together.
That is perfect. You got to just find our new skit.
There's a template on CapCut where you can add both of those two characters played by the same person into one scene. It's actually it looks pretty good.
All right. Now this had a thing for movie quote trivia for the 2000s. And I don't really have a list, but I'm curious to see what you would know. Now, I'm currently looking some up, but I have some good ones. If I were to say to you, oh wait, BuzzFeed has an entire thing here. Actually, you know what? I have some good ones. Fuck this shit. We're gonna stop the dome. Damn. No one makes me bleed my own blood.
Nobody. Dodgeball, true underdog story.
I like that. There you go. You got. What do you got? Okay. We'll go back and forth here.
This is an underappreciated quote, but there's actually two quotes from the same movie. So I'll give you both of them because one of them you might not get right at the back. But the first one, welcome to Costco. I love you.
Welcome to Costco. I love you. Wasn't Employee of the Month.
Nope.
What the fuck was that?
I can give you two more quotes from that movie to see if you get the traction going.
Give me another quote.
Yeah, we just got your test results back. It says your shit's kind of fucked up and you're kind of retarded.
Why am I blanking on this? You got your test results back? I know the movie too. Like I'm imagining the scenes and I can't name the movie.
Where's your tattoo? You're supposed to have a tattoo.
Oh, Idiocracy.
There we go.
Yep. It is.
That's an underappreciated movie.
It really is. And it's scary. Scary. It's scary.
How accurate it is.
I'm going to get into the zone here. And I'm going to read you this very long quote here. But it's one of my favorite movies. It came out in like 2007, 2008. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face. I don't know what kind of Pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here, but Asia Jack is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to head down there and I will rain down an ungodly fucking firestorm upon you. You're going to have to call the fucking United Nations to get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up. Different idea.
I know exactly. I know what it is because that movie was on my list, and that's Tropic. That is Tropic Thunder.
Because arguably one of the greatest comedies ever made.
Oh, Flaming Dragon, go fuck yourself. We are Flaming Dragon.
You can't do that. Can't do the Asian accent to the Asian, okay?
Well, he's
trying to bomb.
He looks like he's Cambodian.
Close enough. Close enough to us, all right? So BuzzFeed has a quiz here, and we're going to see if we can pass it. Let me see. I know how to fence, and you don't. Or I have a class, and you don't. Take your pick. Is it Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Parent Trap, Step Up, or Wedding Crashers?
I'm going to go with The Parent Trap.
Parent Trap. That is correct, my friend. Number 2. You better hold on tight, Spider Monkey. Twilight, Madagascar, Juno, or Little Nicky? I'm going to go with Juno on this one. You better hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
Juno did have a lot of off-the-wall quotes, which were really good, so that might fit into Juno.
It's Twilight. We both should have this without reading the answers. The price is wrong, bitch.
Give me Happy Gilmore.
For 200. I'm right and you're wrong. I'm big and you're small, and there's nothing you can do about that. Matilda.
Yep, that was a classic.
Mr. Daniel DeVito.
You call him by the government name?
Yeah, I have one too. Actually, fuck this quiz real quick. I have one. I don't think this is 90s, but let's see if I can. I'm trying to pull up the exact quote here. What you had just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I have no point in your rambling, incoherent response where you're even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having to listen to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Back to school. Back to school.
Yo, Madison. Okay, so back to the BuzzFeed one. In conclusion, may I remind you that it does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty? Devil Wears Prada, Uptown Girls, Clueless, or The Princess Diaries?
Well,
in conclusion,
it's not Clueless.
May I remind you that it does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty?
Devils Wear Prada?
Clueless.
What?
It was Clueless.
And when she was
standing in front, and when she was standing in front of the chalkboard.
Damn.
Get busy living or get busy dying. Shawshank Redemption, Titanic, The Green Mile, or Almost Famous. I think it's Almost Famous. No, Shawshank Redemption.
Would never have
I don't
guessed that
know.
one.
Yeah. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, wait longer.
That's a comedy.
I know the answer to this one. It's Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, wait longer. Fish are friends, not food.
Finding Nemo.
Did you say the Little Nemo?
I was going to say Little Nemo.
Funny thing is, nobody makes me bleed my own blood was on here. Hello, Amanda. You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game.
Saw.
Come on. Yeah, it's so stupid. And girls with asses like mine do not talk to boys with faces like yours. Bend it like bacon. Bend it like bacon. Beckham. Bacon. What was that? What did Copper say? Halloween? Halloween? Yeah, he said Halloween. That was really funny.
Yeah.
Bend it like bacon. Bring it on. She's all that, or she's the man. I don't know, because I don't watch many of the chick flicks back then.
What was the quote?
Girls with asses like mine do not talk to boys with faces like yours.
And one more time, give me the options.
Bend it like Beckham. Bring it on. She's all that, or she's the man.
She's all that.
I accidentally pushed the wrong button. She's all that. She's the man. You were close. You had 2 of the 3 words. Yes. That was fun. This was a lot of fun doing these. We got to do a board game night. We'll have to
brainstorm on how to do that, though, being a long distance.
I know how we can do it. It's just going to be a pain in the ass for me, but we can figure it out. Shouldn't be hard. Because we could do a Jeopardy style game, and we could just pull it up on our phones and do like a trivia type thing.
Kind of like Jack TV in a way.
In a sense, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we could do Jackbox.
Or Jackbox, not Jack TV. Yeah, Jackbox.
I have Jackbox, and we could play that. I could stream it, and we could, because I could stream it, and we could just play it, and then that would be fun. Because I'll buy it, and they have the adult version now too. Oh, we could get the whole cast for that one.
I was gonna say pull everybody on.
That would be so much fun. If you guys want to see that, let us know. But I'm curious, because we're coming to the end of the episode here. We should be wrapping up. Because we're not trying to overextend our time here with these people. Y'all have things to do. What are some guilty pleasures for you from movies from back then that, like, as I already said, I love Twilight, and I do like The Notebook. I'm not gonna lie. But what are some like movies that, you know, I'm not ashamed to watch it. I'll watch that shit.
A Walk to Remember.
A Walk to Remember. That's with, what's her name?
Jessica Biel.
Was it Jessica Biel?
Well,
yeah. I thought it was Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore was the actress.
Yeah, not Jessica Biel.
The singer.
Mandy Moore.
The singer. Because she sang Candy.
Yeah.
2000's guilty pleasures. I'm going to put this as the question mark on Spotify. So if the question for Spotify. So you guys need to comment on YouTube and on Spotify what your guilty pleasures are from the 2000s as far as movies. Because there's some golden ones on here. And I'm not, like, when we go over music, I'm fucked. You guys are going to make so much fun of me. It's not even going to be funny. I did like Cadet Kelly, not going to lie. The Lizzie McGuire movie was also really good. Mean Girls, is that really a guilty pleasure though?
I think that's just a pleasure.
Like we got past that one, right?
Yeah.
All right.
No. As long as it's not the new one, then yeah, we're good.
Princess Diaries was kind of cracked, son. That shit was so good.
Is that the one? Yeah,
with Anne Hathaway, whatever the hell her name was. Yeah, that was a classic one. How is Almost Famous on here as a guilty pleasure? That was a good movie. Like, that was a really good. Yo, P.S. I Love You. I fucking cry like a baby.
Yeah.
That was a good one. There's not really like they have like Along Came Polly, my Big Fat Greek Wedding, The Wedding Planner. Like, I get it, but these aren't like crazy guilty pleasures.
Along Came Polly's definitely not like a guilty pleasure. That's just enjoyable.
Fever Pitch was a good one too. I enjoyed that.
Facts. I love that movie.
This is a good guilty pleasure. This is 2000 on the dot. Remember Mel Gibson in What Women Want?
That is a great movie.
I don't understand how that's a guilty pleasure. I was thinking of like some like really bad ones, and not seeing like guilty pleasures in the 2000s. I Am Legend.
What?
Like this is IMDb right here.
That's not a
20 guilty pleasures of the 2000s.
That's just a pleasurable movie to watch.
Like Evolution. That's
a good movie.
Like what? Anchorman? Or come on, stop now.
That's why we don't go to the internet for things.
I'm trying Screen Rant now. Screen Rant has guilty pleasures too. Shark Tale. That's a guilty pleasure. That wasn't a good movie. Not another teen movie.
That's a fucking hilarious. No, that's a great movie.
She's the Man is a guilty pleasure movie. I've never seen it. 13 Going on 30 is a guilty pleasure movie.
The Devil Wears Prada is a guilty pleasure movie, in my opinion.
Yes. Legally Blonde.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Love. Dude, Where's My Car? That's not a guilty pleasure, really? Is that a guilty pleasure?
I don't think so.
Okay, I would be lying to say if I did not love and know majority of the songs to High School Musical.
I hated High School. I never finished it. I hate it.
Well, we're breaking free. We're soaring, flying. There's not a star.
T's for Troy? No, T's for terrible.
He doesn't even. In his defense, it wasn't Zac Efron singing.
I know it wasn't, but still, horrible movie.
Well, the second and third one, my boy sang and saying it sounded great. That's all I'm saying. Sounded great. Yeah. That is a true guilty pleasure. Yeah. And I want to hear what your guys' guilty pleasure is. Listening at home, comment and put some information in there. Just let us know, because like I need to know I'm not alone here. Like, if you are team High School Musical, let me know, because that is a true guilty pleasure, and I am proud of that. And when it comes to, and you know what, this is the perfect segue for the next episode that we do together. We're going to be talking about music. And I can't wait to go into the guilty pleasures of the 2000s music, because that's going to be fucking hysterical. You're going to roast the shit out of me. And it's funny because I actually found a playlist today, and I'm not going to lie to you, I was shaving my head this morning listening to this playlist, and it was songs you forgot about, 90s to 2009, right there. And the first song, or one of the first songs on here, was Rude Boy by Rihanna, and They busted some good ones here. Like one of my favorites was S Club 7. And we'll dive into that the next time because ain't no party like an S Club party. Nick, say your goodbyes.
Well, as always, it's always a great time talking with one Zaga here, and at the same time, majorly you guys. But for This Is Us signing off, and we look forward to talking to you guys the next time.
Yes, y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening, and follow this shit. Don't just come here for copper. We funny too, and Nick's pretty. And if you don't like me and you don't like Nick's girlfriend. Okay.
Oh, see, look here. I'm gonna do a follow up on that one. If you don't like Zaga and you don't like me, go fuck yourself.
Please. I'm so mad. I found out there's a screw on my clip from my microphone this entire time, and I can change the position of it
for next time.
Well, we'll see how I sound because I don't even know how I sound with this. But yeah, tune on in, guys. By the way, is your girl ever gonna hop on the show at some point? I know you said you were gonna talk to her a while ago, but
I needed to verify it with you guys first, and then we can go from there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she would want to.
Yeah, because the more women, the better.
This is true.
We are inclusive here. This is a safe place for all.
We're feminists.
All political parties, to an extent, because there's some things that, whatever the case is, I don't care.
We don't get political on our. We're not going to get political.
We don't get
on
political.
Our podcast.
We don't talk political. I will say, we are about equality. We have too many men on the show. Ellie is going to have, which I think I talked about in the first episode, but if you don't know, Ellie's going to have girls' night once in a blue moon here, where her and her girly friends, they're going to get on episodes. I know one of her friends, Juliana. I know we have our friend Madison, and her girlfriend are going to get on the show. We got our friends Coley and Justin are going to get. I know Justin might want to get on the show at some point, but Coley's going to get on the show. Heather, there's going to be a bunch of people, and obviously the more the merrier, and we can have fun and talk about weird shit. We're definitely going to have couples episodes, but keep an eye soon because I know we're going to do that dating game for Copper, and we're going to have fun with that one. The stupid smile on your face.
I can't wait. So excited. I'm going to go all out. I'm going all out.
So we got to get girls from representing areas here too. So, and I don't think Copper actually listens to our episodes, by the way. So for those of you who don't know, we're going to actually
pimp him out.
It's going to be not necessarily truly pimp him out, but we're not going to give him the best of options. That's kind of the best way to put this.
I'm going to make a video on TikTok and see which creators or people that are anybody on TikTok. And then we're going to pretty much screen to see who we can bring on because this is going to be a
prank. This is mainly going to be a prank. We're going to torture him. And if anybody's listening and happens to be a quadriplegic, I'm not trying to make a joke out of you, but it's just more of the shock and awe for Copper. So if you're interested, please let us know. Anybody who stands below the 3'9" mark would be greatly appreciated. If you work for the circus at any point in time, need to know. Sword swallowers, flamethrowers, anybody with a weird profession like that, definitely open to sex workers too, if you want to get on the show. It's great promotion for you. Anybody, honestly, because we just want to have some fun with this one. We might even just take calls. I might just take calls in. That would be perfect. Just get a call log going. We'll set it all up. But we got some things to do. I know, as you've seen in the beginning of this episode, Nick and I did a skit here, and we're going to be doing more skits. We still don't know. Just so you guys know, the skit is filmed after the episode, and we still don't have a movie that we're going to recreate. So whatever you guys ended up with, I'm sure it was a great one, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, but besides that, thank y'all for coming in and listening to us ramble about stupid shit for an hour, and we'll hope to see y'all next week. We'll talk to you. Adios.